Hello, and this is Notary Life with Kimmi, along with Alexis and Angela. And how's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to Notary Mentor Monday.
I hear feedback, Kim.
I do too. So let's let you guys introduce yourself while I check on my settings over here.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis from Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. Welcome. I hope everyone had a great weekend. And now we're ready to get to our notary and loan signing work for this week on this beautiful Monday.
This is Angela from AJ Mobile Notary. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We're so glad to have you here. Welcome. We're excited as usual to answer all your notary questions and hear some good experiences.
So hello guys. Hopefully some of that echo is gone. So I have a story this week I was going to share with you, or actually a story and a comment. So many of you saw the video I put out yesterday, hopefully about I undercharged as usual. And I was mad about it. So I was talking to Jeffrey. I'm like, should I go back and change my price? And Jeff was like, yeah, because he was really kind of upset. I really did underprice it, probably about $50 to $75, honestly. So what the situation was really quick is someone called me. They found me on Google and they wanted me to go to 2 separate locations. So technically that is 2 signings. So I'm going to Alexis' house, and then they also want me to take the same document and go to Angela's house. So I should have charged 2 travel fees, completely different areas and everything. But I did not. So I was upset with myself. So as I thought about it, I said, should I charge more? So I set the price. The guy sent me over the contract and everything. And I didn't sign it because I went back and said, hey, I really hate to do this, but I really underpriced this job. Based on everything that we talked about, and I talked to my business partner, I'll need to increase the fee. So I sent it over. And at that point, I was prepared to walk away from the signing. If he said that was too much, no, we agreed to this. But it was the second job I had did for him. So my heartstrings were being pulled. I'm like, I want more business from him. So I tried to, go a little cheaper. And it got to the point, though, that I didn't want to do the job at all. So as I was stating in the video yesterday, always price for what you want up front. Try not to have to go back, and be prepared to lose the job. If you do it with the wrong attitude, they're going to see that anyway. And you lost the client. And that's how I was going into it. I was going into it like, I don't want to do that. So that being the point, lessons learned, price it how you want it. Don't be afraid to lose the business. Okay. Number 1. Number 2 thing that I wanted to talk about really quick, and I want Angela and Alexis to chime in, and you guys too, okay? As far as all of this, people are saying on YouTube, I hear a lot of it now, I'm quitting the business. Some of it is just clickbait. They want you to click the videos, but I am hearing this a whole lot now, that the business is so slow. It's not worth it becoming a notary signing agent. Not even becoming a notary, period. The market is oversaturated. Nothing new about the market being oversaturated. Have things slowed down just a little bit? I'll say yes, just a little bit. But actually, for those that are great notaries, my phone is still ringing. I mean, I'll let Angela and Alexis tell you what's going on with them. But I was asked this actually on something recently, and my phone is still ringing. So is it a little bit different? Yeah, some of the assignments, some of them might be a little bit further than my area that I normally travel. That's my biggest change. So like normally I'm like within a 10-mile radius of my home. A lot of the offers I get now are more like in the Atlanta area. So maybe some of the signings have just switched. Like the signing companies get stuff in batches. So maybe everybody in Snellville already did their thing, or everybody in this part of Georgia already have completed their signings. Now they're moving on to another part of the state. I don't know. But I don't want any of you to get disheartened by the YouTube message that you're hearing out there. And again, some of it's what we call clickbait in the YouTube world. We'll make a thumbnail and it's all shocking just so you can click it. And then you start watching and you're like, that person ain't quitting. Why they have me waste my 20 minutes?
Right.
So we're not going to ever do that. We're going to always give it to you straight. Nothing wrong with that because it's entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
But this is our business we're talking about. So don't take all that negativity and rub it on your body. We like, negativity. We don't even want that.
Shake
So
it
what's
off.
your thoughts, Angela? Yeah, shake it off. What's your
So
thoughts,
I
Alexa?
agree. I agree exactly with you, Kim. Maybe slow down just a tad bit for me. Like for instance, last week I got like 6 calls from the one signing service directly that gave me some loan signing documents to go make appointments with, and that's not even counting the ones that I got on, my email or my text messages. Almost every day, 2 or 3, literally, whether it was 3 or 4 witnesses, at least one every day, more than one actually, 2 every day from 2 different loan signing agencies for assignments. And I would be the first one to click it because it wouldn't say this assignment has already been taken. I just didn't take some of them because I didn't think they was paying enough. But anyway, I have not seen a huge slowdown. Matter of fact, I had also between Friday and today, even 2 different people left a message on my phone to call them back to make an appointment because there was appointments for people to sign loan modifications through their services. So it has not slowed down really that much for me.
Okay. How about you, Alexis?
Yeah, overall, as far as getting like notifications and stuff from signing companies, I have seen a little bit of slowdown, but nothing will say this. Overall, I haven't had a slowdown in my business because, like we always preach on here, make sure you have your general notary work, your apostilles, your I-9s, your fingerprint. Make sure you're well versed in all things that a notary can do. That way, if one thing isn't, going for you, maybe like you would like it, you have all these other things to
Mm-hmm.
substitute that. And you're still moving, you're still making your money and doing what you got to do for your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah. So I just don't want you guys to get discouraged because there is still money out there to be made. Once you're a great notary, your phone is always going to ring. It's
Yeah.
always a need, high demand for great notaries. So
Mm-hmm.
just one more tidbit and we'll hand it over to Alexis. If you guys want to come up on stage, you are more than welcome to. Only thing we ask is that your camera is on and I can see you before I pull you up, but I put the link in the description box here. Well, not description box. I put the link in the chat. So you can click it and come on stage and join us and ask your question live. Okay. So Alexis is going to take over.
All right. So hello everyone. I'm seeing everyone saying hello, good evening. We just want to welcome you all. We'll go ahead and get started with the first question. Looks like our first question is from the Lotus Bar LLC. And she states, hi ladies, can you talk briefly about field inspections? Thanks.
So the field inspection, I actually have done quite a few of those. The pay tends to run between like 30 to 50-ish per assignment, but normally they just want you to go out and like take a picture of 1 or 2 things. I actually do have a video where I take you out on a job with me. And then some of the assignments may pay more. So you can go to a company called SoFi. They have a list. It's SOFI. SoFi is the Society of International Field
Field
Inspectors or
inspections.
something like that. And they have a whole list. So you don't necessarily have to pay for anything that they're offering, but you can still get free resources to sign up with some companies in your area. Okay. And again, I add that to my business. It's on my website. So I do everything. If somebody call me about field inspection, I'm there. So I would highly encourage you to sign up with that also. Yes.
Yeah, I don't necessarily do field inspections yet, but I have signed up with a few companies because I keep hearing about it. And then some of our students actually shared their experience with field inspections. And I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and add it. Why not? It could be something if you're just driving around, make a little extra money, especially if it's something close by. So so far I've heard nothing but good things about field inspections as far as if you get like a few jobs a day or something like that, it can definitely add up. Kimmi was saying it's like $30 or so. Let's say you do 3, that's 90. So I do plan on adding them to my business, definitely. All right, anything, Angela? Field
No.
inspection? All right. Well, yes, hello everyone. Hello. The notary down south says, hey Kimmi, WWAD. What would Angela do?
I love it.
That's cute.
That's what I'm gonna start telling myself. WWA.
Right. When we got a money question in our head, what would Angela do?
What would Angela do?
All right.
Already know.
All right. So next question is from Miss CC Clark. Miss CC Clark says, in Georgia, can we make certified copies of driver's license, for example?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I
You
can.
just
I
need to
can.
know how to do it. You want to talk about it, Angela?
Yeah, you need to know how to do it. And with certified copies, just in general, you need to actually make the copies, and especially when you do apostille services. Sometimes, what I did, couple where people had businesses, they needed certified copies of their driver's license to be notarized. So you can make certified copies of driver's license, but you actually, as the notary in Georgia, should be the one to make the copy of the driver's license or passport or whatever it is.
So there are a couple of different ways that can be processed. So check the handbook. If you need training on that kind of thing, you could definitely reach out. Because that's not something that actually you guys know they don't teach you anything. And when you get your notary commission, they just give you the handbook, swear you in, and then you go. So
Yeah.
you do need to know how to do it. In Georgia, there's a couple of different ways. There is a video on the NNA also about that. You can definitely check that out too. Just type in certified copy on NNA website.
Mhm.
And then again, if you need some assistance, just let us know.
Yes. All right. And remember, start dropping your questions. And next thing we have is DJS. DJS says, I got my first loan signing last week. I was nervous, but I did well. So
Great.
first, I just wanted to say congratulations.
Yes,
Yeah.
congratulations.
And then two, don't be nervous. You got this. You did it. Yeah, don't be nervous. Just as long as you go in there confident, make your signer feel like you know what you're doing. You're the expert. It'll go by quick. It'll be good.
I want to ask DJS a question too.
Mhm.
Hey DJ, I see you're in New York, and you guys are an attorney state also. Do you have any difficulty finding assignments there? I'm just curious because Georgia's an attorney state. Just curious. Let me know if you could drop that in there for us. Okay, Alexis.
All right, and then just a statement. Celeste says, I haven't heard anything about things being slow. However, I haven't received any calls.
Yeah, watch the YouTube channels. They are going crazy right
They
now.
going
Everybody got a
crazy.
video. I'm quitting the business. It's too slow. I'm pivoting, all kind of stuff. I'm like, wow. And I clicked the video and watch it. And I said, I should have knew. Okay.
And then remember, market yourself. Get out there, physically hand out your cards, whatever you have to do to market yourself, social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the list goes on. LinkedIn, that's another great one.
Yep.
Market yourself. And you'll definitely see a change. If you do all those things I just stated, you'll see a change.
Make sure your Google My Business is set up. It changed the name of it, but it's going to be on Google Maps now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still your same website. Make sure it's maximized.
Yes.
Right. And welcome everybody.
Welcome. And Kimmi did leave the link for if you all do want to join us and you have any questions, you want to come live, come on stage with us, please click that link and come on up. We will be so excited to speak with you and answer any questions, or if you have a story or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even if you got a story you want to share, something happened with you out there, let us know.
We would love to hear it. All right. And Danielle says, I had 2 field inspection offers for $15 each, and they were miles away from me. I did not take those jobs. Yes, you will get some like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Danielle did a thumbs down.
And then Elizabeth King Foster, hello, ladies. I'm so excited to get started. I have to sign up to take the LSA exam. I'm worried about it being hard. Any suggestions? So for me personally, it was pretty straightforward. Don't worry more so about it. They give you a study guide kind of while you're taking the test that you can reference back. A lot of it is you reading that and then applying kind of common sense to the scenario after reading the what was it, like a study guide, right? You call it study guide?
It's an open book test.
I was about to say
It's an open book, and as long as you read it, apply common knowledge, you'll pass it with flying colors. You'll be fine.
And it lets you go back to, you can go back to the previous screen to look at the information too. So that's good.
So it took me 4 times to pass it, guys, because I don't like to read. 4 times, and it's open book. So I'm often embarrassed to share it. Reading is fundamental, but open it up and read. And actually, like, so for example, if they ask you a question, can you wear pants to a signing? That's just an example question. Then you could click the little link there. It'll take you right to the answer. But don't forget, the answer is going to be just a little spin off sometimes. So, like Alexa said, just take your time and critically think what they're trying to say, because they'll spin it just a little bit. So it's not as clear as yes or no, but it takes you right there. I read everything. You can actually print the study guide. You can print it. I did that.
And you can go back. You can always go back before you look at the answer, go back to the previous slide and then answer it. So.
And that is part of why I did not start my loan signing part of my business for 4 months, guys, because I was so afraid of the test. Everybody kept saying, oh, this NSA test, this test. And I was frightened to death of the test. So I was like, no, I'm going to get over this. So I went ahead and did it. But like I said, it took me 4 times. So anyone else that's out there on the line about should I take the test or should I not? It's not that complicated. It's really not.
All right. So next we have T. Edwards. What are good companies to sign up for field inspections?
Check out SoFi again. I don't know if you heard us earlier, but it's S as in Sam, O, F as in Frank, I, SoFi, and they have a whole list of companies that you can sign up with. And you don't have to buy anything from him. He's already looked at everyone, so you can just kind of Google and make sure it's someone you want to work with. Okay.
All right. Remember, you all drop those questions, and you can come on stage if you would like. And let's see. Shannon B says it's pretty steady here in upstate New York. Loan signings are slow, but they still are coming.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
That's good. See? So.
Yeah. DJS agreed too. Hey, DJS. She said the same thing.
Yeah.
Not at all. She said the work is out here. It's got to be quick. Thank you for letting me know that too. I was just curious.
All right, next is I am Keisha Cole. She says, hey ladies, just curious, which remote notary platform do you guys use?
None.
Yeah, we're in the state of Georgia, so we're not on the Ron wave yet.
Yeah, we can't do Ron in Georgia. But there, can I say something about that, Alexis? Yeah, that we can't do Ron in Georgia, but we always really recommend that you really do your research, because there are so many different platforms. It can be expensive, so make sure you check them out to see if it has what you're looking for, if you have to pay for every notarization or just different things, but just check them out to make sure you got one that's suitable for you. I thought we had somebody on stage.
Yeah, what happened? It was somebody.
Do you want to share anything about the Ron?
Stage fright. Yeah, so we don't do Ron, but I just always encourage people to double check before you start spending any money on Ron. Double check the platform, because a lot of times you got to pay the platform to use their platform. Then you have to pay them to bring a client over to the platform. Then you have to pay for, it's just a fee after fee after fee after fee. So some people are making money out there on Ron, but be very careful, because as you will find, it's not everything that glitters is not gold.
No, and it's not as simple as it seems.
No, it's not. Not right now. Now it's coming to that, guys. So whenever I talk about Ron, I talk about it very loosely, because I believe one day we all will be doing some form of Ron. But right today, it's at the still beginning phases. So just be careful about how you spend your money. Make sure you do your homework.
All right. And then next question, Ms. CC Clark says, Kimmi, what ended up happening with the client who you raised the price? Did you hear back from them?
So he actually could not find the client. So we didn't do any business together. But I believe if he does find him, he'll call me back, because I had already did one assignment for them. And that's why I said in the other piece of the video, I said that's another story for another day. You can tell when certain signings are kind of, I hate to say sketchy, but maybe the client might, I don't even know how to clean that up. But sometimes you can tell when a signing is sketchy. They tell me I got to find the client, or let me make sure he's gonna be there for you. And the other thing, the reason I said it was a little sketchy, because they didn't give me the client's phone number for me to be able to contact them. All communication was between the attorney and the client. So I don't like when I can't communicate with the client. I can't call you and say I'm coming. So they're just so protective of the client. So I don't know about that one.
All right. And T. Edwards, if you want to come back and join us, just click the link. Come on back up.
Don't be
Come on, T.
scared.
Edwards, what you scared of?
Don't be scared, T. Edwards.
And then Linda Vasquez says, "Hello, ladies. How are you all? I'm learning so much from Mentor Mondays. I'm doing good, and we are so happy you are learning."
Yeah, we're happy about that, Linda.
Thank you for being here, everyone, and those who catch us on the replay too. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Next is Althea Bennett says, "Hi, ladies. Which loan signing certification course is more beneficial? The $189. Also, would it be better to take your course first, then get certified?" So, Althea, basically the way we would suggest, depending on what you want to do, of course, you can take our course, and then you can take the $70. You can do the $70 package with the NNA, and the $70 package just includes the background check and the NNA certification exam, and then you'll get the course and everything from us. Or you can take any of the packages they offer, and you still want to take our class. It just depends on what you would like to do. But if you do take our class, we suggest you do the $70 exam and background check, and you can go ahead and get that out the way before you take our class, our loan signing class. That's what we would suggest, but it's up to you.
And a lot of students say even when they take the 189 or the other one, that they still end up having to take our class. So that's why we suggest the cheaper package.
And the other part of that with the loan signing is also, we went back and forth when we were creating the course. Do we let them take our course first and then do the NNA? Or do we let them do the NNA and then take the course? So we found that, and I did a survey, and some people said the course helped them. Our course helped them to pass the NNA test. So, because it's like you're going in blindly, not knowing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, whatever it is, you can take the smaller package with the NNA if you're going to take our course, or you take the middle package. And as Angela already stated, most people end up still having to come to us because we take you real life from beginning to end. The time you get the assignment to the time you finish it. So no one, and you can talk to us. So we're live. It's not just automated. So it's been working out pretty well. Mm-hmm. So we have our first guest tonight. Hey, T. Edwards.
Hello.
Welcome, T. Edwards.
How are you? You can unmute
Great
yourself.
evening, ladies. How are you? How are you?
Good. Welcome.
I am in Georgia as well.
Yay! So what's going on with you?
Nothing too much. Today was a good day. I got a couple signings scheduled for Thursday. I had a bunch of general notary stuff and some fingerprints. So I had a pretty busy day.
Very good. How long you been a notary?
Since November.
Oh, look at you. You're doing your business, girl.
You're doing very well.
I appreciate that you got different services. So that keeps you busy when you got a different variety of services.
Oh,
rather
absolutely.
than depending on one thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. It definitely helps fill in the gaps on those days where things are slower. I mean, general notary work, I'm pretty consistently busy.
Mm-hmm.
Signings, I'm still fairly new to them, so I don't get quite as many signings as I would like.
Okay.
But again, I kind of fill in the gaps with the other things, which helps a lot.
Which do you prefer? I get that question a lot. Which do you prefer, long signing or general notary?
I'm very comfortable with general notary, but I definitely think I would like to branch out more into seeing a little bit more consistency with the signing work.
Okay. And how about your pricing? Are you pretty good with pricing your services?
In the beginning, no, but I've gotten much better. at knowing what to charge. And I found that most people are willing to pay that price. So I haven't really had too many folks that'll say, okay, no. Most people, as long as you're there, you're available, and you can do it, they are willing to pay the price.
Right. So do you recommend people don't sleep on general notary work?
Oh, absolutely. General notary work, like I said, is very consistent for me.
Yeah.
It's
People
very
always
consistent.
need a document done.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah.
Do you ask for reviews on your Google page?
I do.
Hi,
I make
Shane.
sure I say hi.
Hi.
Come on, girl. You can say hi.
You
Come
can
on,
say
you can
hi.
say hi.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hey.
I make sure one thing I've gotten in the habit of, I run another business, but when I took my business course a few years ago, they taught me always ask for the review. So whether they do it or not, I always ask. I make sure I send a link via text message or whatever, and I try to remind them when they're there in front of me, and then I make sure that I immediately send that link out.
Very good. How'd you come across Notary Educators? I'm just curious.
I actually found your YouTube page first, and then I kind of followed you for a little bit, and then I saw you guys were doing these Monday lives, and I actually reached out to you when I was in California on an assignment. So I reached out to you guys, and I think that Miss Angela actually responded to my request. But I was still on assignment in California, which made it very difficult for me to kind of get back in touch. But yeah,
okay. Very nice. Well, we thank you for coming up and letting us interview you.
Yeah, you sound like you're doing a great job with your notary business.
Keep it up.
I definitely have taken fear out of the equation and do it. Even if you do it scared, just do it. Because I mean, one or two things is going to happen. Either they're going to say yes or they're going to say no. It's really no in between.
And so I really appreciate that, because I think the common things that we get mostly is people say, "Oh, I'm afraid. They've taken the training, they have their supplies, and I didn't take these 2 calls today because I was afraid." You got to just throw the fear out the window and do it.
One more question. When Angela said that, do you answer every phone call?
Pretty much. Even when I was in California, I answered the phone. I let them know, hey, I'm not available. And that people would simply say, you know what? Well, thank you so much for answering the phone, and just moving on. And if I miss a call, I immediately call back. So I always call back.
And that's why your business is thriving.
Yeah. I'm very consistent with that.
You're doing everything we tell people to do. I did say one more, but I do have one more. So you were actually a notary. I guess it's more than one. You were actually a notary out in California?
No, I'm a registered nurse. I was a travel nurse in assignment.
Oh, okay.
So I was in California on assignment. But like I said, I keep my business phone with me. I'm very consistent about that. And I actually got that from one of the videos with you ladies saying that a lot of people lose business because they don't answer the phone.
They don't answer the phone.
I make sure I answer the phone and I immediately return those calls.
What part of Atlanta are you in?
I live in Locust Grove, but my office space is in Jonesboro.
Okay, that's good to know, because I get calls from that area, so I know where you are.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we thank you so much again for coming up on the stage.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me, ladies.
Much success.
Thank you. Likewise.
Keep doing your thing, girl.
All right. Well, we'll get back to our questions.
All right. Next question is
so before you go ahead, Alexis, before you move on, I want my Georgia people watching this and my other attorney state people watching this. You can make it happen. As you noticed, she wasn't even doing a lot of loan signings. She said most of her money came from general notary work in the state of Georgia. Okay. So you have 4 notaries tonight that are making things happen in Georgia. 4 right here. Now we all name everybody, but I want my Georgia people to know you can do this.
And she got a whole nother job and still doing well.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Who's next?
All right. Next is JB Lux. JB Lux says, hello, ladies. I am new to notary, just completed the NNA course here in Florida. I have so much information, I'm not sure my next step. Can you please advise? All right, so as far as your next step, you completed the NNA course. I'm assuming you got your background check, passed the exam, and all that. My next thing would be, are you ready? First of all, are you ready to do loan signing? Do you feel that the NNA course successfully sets you up to get out there in the field? If so, then you start signing up for signing companies. Market yourself. Market yourself on your Google My Business page. The different packages you're able to do. Maybe put it on your business card. However you can get the word out there, that you are NNA certified now. And then from there, once you sign up for those different signing companies, you start getting hits. You start taking your assignments, and you're out there. You're doing it after that.
And JB, are you comfortable with general notary work, with notarizing documents in general? Put that in the chat for us.
Oh, is this Jay right here?
That's me.
Oh, there you go, right there. I'm like, I said, well, let us do that.
Well, welcome to the stage.
I didn't even see the name.
Welcome to the stage,
That
Jay.
is okay.
She sneaked in on us.
Jay is right here.
A little bit.
Jay. Welcome to the stage. I love that backdrop there.
Oh, thank you. And I want to say thank you, ladies. I found Kimmi just looking through YouTube and just trying to do some additional side work because I work in banking. And I have a friend who does a little bit of notary in the bank. So I'm like, this can be a good side hustle. So I just came across you ladies, and I just don't know where to go. I have so much information. It's like an information overload. I've taken a course that I feel like it wasn't conducive and I just wasted money. So I said, let me start over and do some groundwork. So I'm like, just looking at your information and the good information you're providing, I'm like, this is solid for me.
Oh, well, we thank you.
Thank
So let's ask you a couple of questions in. So you completed the NNA notary signing course, right?
Yes.
Are you comfortable to actually go out and do a signing now, even though since you've done the course, are you actually comfortable?
I don't think I'm comfortable because I really don't know what I'm looking at. I mean, I've been looking over documents and trying to do like mock, I've did so much research, but I just don't know how comfortable I would be.
Okay. And I know you have already spent enough money. I want you to just give us a call offline.
Okay.
And we'll see what we can do to help get you up to par here.
Okay.
Fill out over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Just fill out one of the contact us cards, and then we'll get in touch with you because you might just need a session now to bring it all home.
Correct.
Bring it all home.
That's what
Are you comfortable with general notary work? Are you comfortable notarizing documents at all?
Oh yeah, I am. Like I said, I've been in banking, but it's been such a long time since I've been on the front end. Now I'm just kind of on the back end of banking.
Yeah, I think you might just need a session. To me, it sounds like just to bring it all home because that's actually my background. Also, I used to work at SunTrust for 10 years.
Me too.
Yep. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I worked at SunTrust for 10 years, and then I worked at National Bank of Detroit, which is where I'm from originally, for 10 years. So I have a big banking background. So I'm like you. I was a notary at the banks and stuff. But as Alexis always says, it's different from doing it for work and then doing it for real people.
Correct.
Doing it as your business,
Correct.
So, Jay, where are you located, Jay?
I'm here in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look, I got my Disney.
I know. I was going to say that.
I haven't been there in years, but I just found a shirt at Walmart and fell in love with it.
Yeah, I'm there almost every other week.
I love me some Mickey, girl. Yeah, so we'll be more than happy to help you get straightened out. Just fill out the contact card, and then one of us will be in touch. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Any other questions for us? Any other questions?
No. I think, like you said, we'll start there with the session so I can kind of get a little bit more clarity into like where to start because I'm in the process of like, okay, do you get the EIN? Do you create the business? What do you? I have so much information. Like I just don't know where to start.
Well, since you brought that up, I will address that just for everyone else too. So I have a video on EIN, LLC, business credit on each one individually, right?
Right.
So all of those things eventually you do want to get, right?
Okay.
But to get started is not necessary. What we find is a lot of people, well, I need to get this before I get started. I have to have that. I need this. No, you don't.
Okay.
Let's just get started and then we can grow.
Okay, gotcha. I got that.
So we're going to get you on a nice little plan though, but for everyone else out there listening also, it's not necessary to have all of these LLCs, EIN, you know. Eventually,
Right.
yes, because I have an LLC behind my business name. Do I like it? Yeah, I feel important. But did I need it to get started? No.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I ran my business for 4 months without any of that.
Okay. Okay. That makes me
Only
feel better
thing,
because I was all over the place.
yeah. So no. But eventually, I mean, I do want you to build your business,
Right.
but to get started, it's not necessary. So I think one of the mini session, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fill
Awesome.
out the
Thank you.
contact card over there.
Absolutely. Thank you,
All right,
ladies.
Miss J. Well, thank you for joining
All
us
right. Thanks for
tonight.
joining us.
Absolutely. Thank
Our
you.
Take
pleasure.
care.
Okay.
All right, come on up on stage if you like to, guys. What's the next question, Alexis?
All right. Next question is from Carlotta Bruce. Carlotta says, any tips on updating your notary commission after you have a name change? Getting married. I'm in Florida.
You just have to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you those steps are even in your notary handbook. It tells you what you need to do. Each state in your notary handbooks, it tells you what you need to do.
Yep, you just have to change it.
Or wherever you got your commission from, you know,
Yeah.
you can always give them a call and they'll be glad to
Yep.
walk through the steps.
And sooner the better because you just want all your documents correct. You know,
Yeah.
if you know you changed your name 2 years ago and you still no, just let's just do everything. I just believe in doing everything by the book.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
Oh,
Carlotta,
Carlotta.
go ahead.
This is her first. Oh no, I was gonna say this is her first
Yeah,
live.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here.
All right. And then a mobile notary, Alexis, I still need your help with Google Map business page. Please email me. Just email me. I'll email you back.
Through Notary Educators.
Yeah. Well, I think she has my email.
Oh, she has an email. I don't know.
I believe so. But if you don't, through Notary Educator.
Just click on the Google icon.
Yes. All right. And then Linda Vasquez says, my first call is from another local notary. We'll be meeting soon. Super excited. I'm assuming your first notary job?
Oh, nice. Did they call you? What did they call you to do, Linda? Serve as a witness, or did they have extra work for you?
Are you getting paid? Is the answer.
Look at Angela. What would Angela do? All right, that's the first question. Are you getting paid, Linda? What do they want you to do? Let us know. And then that's why we always say the other notary is not the competition.
Right.
They can send you work. You can give them work. We
Right.
all interchange work. All three of us. Alexis lives somewhere else. Angela's way there, and we all able to interchange and help each other. When I made
and if I can't do the job, I'm like, Kim, I'm sending to you. Same thing. She can't do it. I'm sending to you.
And one day I made a mistake on an assignment, and I had to get Alexis to fix it for me. So always have you a little team around you, and even if that's calling another notary, because I had to do that before to get a witness. Okay.
All right, and then Althea, thanks for the information. I will take your course first. Yeah, just go ahead, go to notaryeducators.com and LLC.com and just reach out to us, or you can purchase a course. We're ready for you. Get you started. All right. And Celeste and Carlotta said congratulations to
T. Edwards.
All right. And then next is the notary down south. I think she was just answering Carlotta's. For the name change. So she was answering Carlotta's question. She says, you're required to update name change with state amended commission request notice of name change. So in case anybody else is going through that, there you go. Thank you, the notary down south. Monica Jimenez says, hello, ladies. As a beginner for signings, what should the time frame be between appointments if I'm not comfortable with signings at all?
Take your time, Monica.
Yeah.
And all of that is going to
2 hours. 2 hours. Yeah. You don't want to be rushing. You just don't.
And it's going to depend on what kind of document that your assignment is too. And how and the distance between the signings.
Yeah. So if your first one is a refinance, for example, your very first one, that's probably going to take you at least an hour 15 to get through it, perhaps. Because you're just going to be nervous. You got 150 documents. You're looking at these people. You don't know them. They don't know you. Right. And you're just on edge. Now, once you do a few of them, you probably can get that refi down to maybe 45 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how many signers, what type of signer. Are they what we call a reader in the industry? Do they want to read every
Oh,
single
yeah.
thing? Are they more like a Zorro? They just want to sign and go. So you got to factor all of those things in. You got to take your package back to FedEx. So by the time you think about everything that's involved with the package, we say you make all that money in 1 hour, but no signing is actually an hour because you got to do scan back sometimes.
You
Then
got
you
to
have
check
to,
in.
take it to FedEx. You got to look at it 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna recommend for you just starting out, maybe take a signing. So if my first one is at 10, I might do my next one at 1 just to get started.
Mm-hmm.
And as you become more comfortable, then you can add more signings to your day. But I don't want you out there rushing, making errors, and then nobody want to work with you. Okay, that's the quickest
Because
way to get
you have to review the documents when you're done, even at where the client is. You have to take the time to review the documents to make sure you didn't miss anything before you leave the signing.
Yes.
And
Okay.
just add room for little mishaps or any, I don't know, crazy stuff happen all the time.
Yes.
So always add a little time in there, especially dealing with signers. You just never know if how they're gonna read the document and slow fast, or if they have all these different questions where we gotta keep calling the lender or whoever. So yeah, just always add a little extra time.
I think we are on Miss CC at 8:29.
Yeah. Have any of you, Miss Cece says, have any of you officiated any weddings? Can you marry the couple and then get a license? I heard that earlier this week.
So none of us do wedding officiant. However, if your state requires and say you have to be a minister, there's a school you can go to, an online course, and they'll make you a minister in like 2 minutes. I think it's called Life Ministry, if I'm not
Something like
mistaken.
that. You're something like that.
Yeah, you can Google it, and they'll make you a minister in 2 minutes, and then you can start doing weddings. So, because some states you don't have to be a minister at all, some you do. So you have to go to your state and find out what's required. And some states allow a notary to complete the officiant without the let's just say spiritual side of it, being an ordained minister. But in the state of Georgia, you cannot marry someone as a notary. You must be a minister first. So it's not something I add to my plan, but if you'd like to, though, it's definitely a resource, another source of income, rather, better way to say, another stream, because people get married all day long. They'll tell you that marriages are not happening, but people still get married.
Yeah.
So you can definitely add that. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Next is Sharonda Randall. When notarizing documents, should I put NA on all blanks on the document?
Angela?
Not generally. So you should scan and review the document to make sure that there are no unnecessary blank spaces. But the short answer to your question is no. And the reason is because, for instance, a power of attorney. If the person has initial at the bottom of the document where they are agreeing to everything, all of those lines before that are going to be blank. If a person don't, in my case, if a person don't know the email address or don't have one, I don't put NA there. So it really depends on the document, the important information contained in the document. You wouldn't want to leave anything blank where a person could change something that would affect what that person wants. So it's just, the answer is no. You just really have to read the document and determine if this is a situation where the document could be changed, where it won't carry out the person's wishes, basically. You want to add something to that, Kim?
I do. And we don't want to get in the habit of just writing NA on everything on somebody's document, because that's called the unauthorized practice of law. So you do not want to get sued out there. They'd be like, well, Sharonda put NA, and I didn't tell her to do that.
And the rule is we don't write on anybody's documents. We only write on the notary certificate. And we don't tell anybody what to put on their documents. We'll have them read it. And if they're not going to do anything with it, then you can, say, you NA or draw a line, whichever you choose. But we do not write on or tell anyone what to do with their documents.
That's what I was going to say. Only if it's in a notarial block. So, for example, I had a signing today, actually. So the question was, am I in a city or a parish? They wanted me to write the city, the county, and the parish, if applicable. I'm not in a parish. So in that case, in that little line, I did put NA. Perfect example today. So that was my notarial block, though. So I'm not going through their document, just writing NA. And if they do leave something blank that you feel should be addressed, again, you're not an attorney, but I usually just say something like this. Okay, Miss Randall, I notice this space is blank here. Would you like to at least address it? You know, something like that. But don't tell them what to do, because you do not want them coming back saying, Kimmi told me, and they trying to sue my E&O. You know what I'm saying?
Or you don't want to be sued because you
I do
told
not want to be
somebody
sued.
or you
Okay.
wrote on their document or nothing like that.
Good question. Can I say hey to Anastasia? Where you been at, Anastasia?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Anastasia.
Welcome, welcome, girl. And everyone else that's joining us tonight, we really appreciate it. Welcome. Anastasia and I are often in another group together. So, but welcome everyone. And those on the replay too. Hey. All right.
And just another piece too on the blank side, because I had something like that today. So I was notarizing a document for this guy, and he gave me the document, and it was completely empty. The middle of it was filled in; it just had his address in it. So my first thought is the document's not complete. Like, hey, can you fill this out so I can go ahead and notarize it? But if you read, because I try not to really like read the document, go in depth with it. But he was kind of confused too, so I took it back from him and I read through it. And it actually, if he would have filled it out, it would have been like him canceling whatever he was doing. So kind of read the document too if you have to. In this case, he didn't know either because he just got the documents from his lawyer. So just make sure you read too, because some of the times it really might be blank in a sense, if that makes sense. It might have to be blank. All right, so Monica Jimenez is next. Monica says, I'm in Texas. IDK, how to go about the pricing with mobile notary. Should I base it off a set number of miles? I haven't done any notary at all, by the way.
Aww.
Hey, Monica. So, Monica, my first question is going to be, let's not worry about the money. Let's make sure we know what we're doing first. So if you haven't done any notary work, is it because you just haven't had any clients? Or is it because you're uncomfortable with your notary duties? Like, what is an acknowledgement? What is a jurat? How to administer an oath? If I call you right now, do you know how to do all of the above? And if not, we might need to start with some training. And then if you take our basic course, A to Z, we teach you not only how to stamp a document and be a great notary, how to price and build your business. So just to answer your question tonight for you though, I don't base it on a set number of miles. In my case, I know in Texas, it's like you could charge $6 for this, $1 for that, 50 cents for this. I don't do all that. I keep it simple. I get my notary stamps away for free, but I make my money on the travel. So you can see if I'm going 15 miles, what does that look like? But to do like 50 cents per mile and all that, no. And in your state, you don't have to do that. You can charge a travel fee. So you just got to think about how you want to price it. Do you
And
want
how long have you been a notary, Monica? Drop it in the chat.
Yeah. So you got a couple of different ways you can do pricing. But let's see, first of all, do you know what you're doing when you get out there? And that's going to help you with pricing too. Because if you're not comfortable when the phone rings, you'll take the $5 and say, okay, I'll be there an hour away for $5. And you're going to be mad at yourself like I was yesterday. So anybody want to join the stage? You are more than welcome to. We got a few more minutes. Go ahead, Alexis, please.
All right, let's see who's next. And Anastasia just stated she ran her business for 10 months without an LLC.
Yeah, so it's not required.
8JKL man.
All right, so the next is the notary down south. She was talking to JB Lux.
I think we are 8JK man, L man.
All right, so next one, yeah. So they said, "Good evening, ladies. I just received my commission and I have a business name idea. Where do I go to find out if the business name has been taken? Thank you."
Right to your state's website, and it's called a name reservation. Secretary of State, I believe, in Georgia. So check your Secretary of State where you are, and then look under name reservation to see if someone else already has it. And then if you're going to be doing like mobile services, you want to make sure you include mobile notary in there too, so people can find you. Okay. And make it cute, but not so cute people can't find you. I always say something like sassy, classy, signing service limited. What is that? No one knows what that is, right? So you want to make something where people can find you searchable. In Google, it's going to be people put in notary near me or mobile notary. So you want to put something in there where people can find you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Alexis, we are on
Next is on Honey. Yeah. Honey Smile 320 says, what realistic time frame would you give new Ron notaries who want to go from part-time to full-time?
Hey, welcome, Honey Smile. This is our first time here tonight, too. So
Welcome,
what
Honey
realistic
Smile.
time frame would you give new Ron notaries who want to go from work? So that's going to be based on how successful you are. So none of us are actually Ron notaries because it's not legal in Georgia. However, with any part of the notary business, it all is the same. It's going to be what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Make sure you're properly trained. Make sure in your case, if you're going to be a Ron notary, as I always say, I got about 3 videos on Ron. You pick the right platform. Make sure you're aware of all the fees up front because it's a lot of fees associated with Ron. Okay. So it is the wave of the future. You do want to know about it. And like I said, make sure you always include not just Ron, be able to be a general notary where you're mobile to go to people if you can. Also add notary signing agent to that. You want to do as much as you can. Okay. All right, next.
And Honey Smile also asks, how do you handle language barriers, especially being in Florida where it's a melting pot of culture? Good question.
Interesting, Angela.
Yeah, Honey Smile. If I were you, I would learn Spanish because I've lived in Florida before. I know a little Spanish, but I'm not fluent. So if I get a person, I have gotten people and they just want somebody who speaks Spanish. So I refer them to Kim because she is bilingual. But I have, started to brush up on my Spanish more. But if it's somebody that is really, I can't understand them, I just send them to Kim because you have to be able to communicate, with your client. So I would suggest living in Florida where you live that I would just, try to learn a little Spanish.
And get you a couple translation apps on your phone because I'm not clearly I'm not from a Latin country or
She's
whatever.
pretty good, you guys, so don't let her fool you.
But I do have.
I'm like, she's just fooling y'all for real.
But I do have Google Translate on my phone at any moment, so I can look it up if I don't know. So don't hesitate with that. And you and your signer just need to be able to communicate enough. So don't let that be a barrier for you either.
Yeah.
If he can say hello and you can say you signed,
right?
Did you sign that?
And the apps do work because you both can speak into the apps and they'll translate it. But
yeah, so make sure you download you a couple good apps. Anastasia, she been busy. Oh, okay. Well, good to see you though. Miss Cece. Oh, she got some feedback on that Universal Life. You want to talk about that, Alexis?
Yes, Miss Cece says it's Universal Life Church, and she's actually ordained through them, but she hasn't done any weddings yet.
Thank you for sharing that. So Universal Life Church, and then if you're going to do that with anything else, you want to make sure you advertise. Advertise is going to be the key to get the business. Okay, Alexis, Notary Amber.
Notary Amber Woods says asks, does a USPS form 1583 require a stamp or a seal?
Is that the virtual mailbox, Amber? And if so, it does require a seal on it. It's a very small place, amount of room they give you to use it. So that's why I personally recommend getting you a rectangular square for your stamp instead of the big round one because it fits more documents. But if that's the virtual mailbox, it does require it. Okay. I'm going to show you guys the book right quick. For those of you who don't know, I actually wrote a paperback. It's on ebook. It's in ebook form too, but it's finally out in paperback. People have been requesting. Start your notary business step by step. It's not that complicated. So I take you step by step in how to start your business. And then also, guys, I created, because you guys know we are all big on specialty notary work. So I created journals. Well, it's the same journal, but just different colors. So it comes in black, pink, purple, and gray. And these are amazing because I just hit the screen. Hold on. These are amazing because they are for all of your specialty notary work, like apostille, ink fingerprinting, inspection, I-9, permanent runner, and anything else you want to put in here. Because a lot of times people say, where do I write all my specialty work? If they don't want to write it in their regular journal, and it's really lightweight. So I just fell in love with it. I'm so pleased. And the response has been great. So check this out. Everything is in the description box over at Notary Educators, LLC.com. Okay. So Just wanted to give you that little tidbit because I think it'll help your business. Okay.
Don't forget your cups. You got cups too.
Yeah, the mugs are out. Check those out too over at Notary Educators. Nice little sayings like "We got this," or what did it say? Oh, I got this. Let's start
It's not
saying
that complicated.
it's not that complicated. Questions equal money. Some basic phrases that we say around this neck of the woods all the time. Okay. All
And
right.
that notary specialty book I love because like I do apostilles and you should see how I have to jot down the information in my actual notary
I
journal
know.
because it doesn't apply, to actually do
Doesn't.
the notarization unless I do the notarization on apostille. But majority that I've been getting lately, it's already notarized. So I don't say it's a headache because it's not because I make you get a system going, but I would definitely say I need one of those because it'll be a lot easier to do my.
I'm gonna get it to you. I'm gonna get it to you. And I didn't pay her to say that. I did not pay her to say that. Okay.
No, for real. I'm serious. I had one today, and I was just. He had a stack of different documents, and I had to write down each document because I notarized almost 20 documents for him, and I had to write down each document. And my notary journal, the notes box is this big, literally. So.
And technically, you don't have to write down each document. You really don't.
That's just something
that might be your business practice.
Yeah, for that situation, I did.
Yeah, that might be your business practice, but I don't use. Sometimes I might just write
loan modification.
Yeah, loan modification.
Yeah, for that. Since it was like a company or organization type situation, it was kind of more in detail than what I usually do. I went ahead and did it just in case.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, Alexis.
Yeah.
I did a corporate package one time that had like 25 documents, and I wrote down every document for the apostille.
Yeah, that's why I said if that's part of your business plan too, because some people might want to write down every single thing too. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I was just saying, in the state of Georgia, we don't even have to keep a journal.
Yeah, we don't have to keep a journal.
Anything we write is extra.
Mm-hmm.
It's golden. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who is next? Honey Smile?
Yeah. Well, first, I'm just going to say, Monica says she just got her commission today.
Oh, hey, Monica.
Welcome, Monica.
And I'm glad you're here.
World.
Yes.
Welcome to the notary world.
All right. And then Honey Smile 320 says, are there any favorite apps you like to use for scheduling, organizing, accounting, etc.?
Yes.
Ma'am. You want to talk, Angela?
Yes, Monica. Honey Smiles. Everybody on here, let me tell you, Notary Gadget. You better get it. You better use it because this year with taxes, I was in a mess. Kim will tell you all last week. I wasn't talking to nobody. I was going through stuff, emails, bank accounts. Please, yes, Notary Gadget is your friend.
Yes.
And actually,
organizing everything.
Mm-hmm. And I have a video, Honey Smile, on my channel about all the apps that I recommend, and it'll take you step by step. You will love that video. So find that one. It's about the best apps for notaries for 2022.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like a new person after I got those taxes done.
She sure did. She was like, I went to lunch and everything. I was like, where you been at, Angela?
Like
she was MIA, y'all.
I was MIA.
And if you want to link to Notary Gadget, you can go to notaryeducatorsllc.com. There's a link at the bottom for Notary Gadget. All right, next thing.
Hi, everybody that came in to say hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello. All right, so next question is DJS says, what about when the document is in a foreign language? So you can go ahead.
Again, if it's in a foreign language, that's not our business. You there to identify the person. Unless they request translation, and then that's something different. But you can notarize anything. As long as your signer can talk. Go ahead, Angela.
Only your certificate has to be in English. Your notary certificate has to be in English. The document, it can be in any language. I've done plenty of those.
Mm-hmm. I had a document from Korea last week, and actually the notarial block was in English, but the rest of the document was in Korean. So all I had to do was identify him, write it in my journal, stamp, and collect my money.
Mm-hmm. And then notate just in case, because if it is in something like, if it's like Spanish, you can see the name, it's the same. It'll say the person's name. You can clearly check the ID. But if it is in some where they use characters or symbols like Korean or Chinese or something, I would just write down like a detail or something in your notes, being specific as far as maybe what language document was in, what the document was pertaining to, based off what the client told you. Just like that extra mile, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And I would write that in my journal too. Document was in French. Document was in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Document was in whatever. I would write
Right.
that. That's just one of those little notes you want to keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Anastasia says it does require a stamp and used a loose leaf.
So that virtual document that we were talking about earlier is called a virtual post office box. They do need 2 pieces of ID for that because I've been on a couple of jobs. They only had 1. So they'll know what 2 they need. It's on the form. And I actually stamp right on the document, Anastasia. I'm not sure if you're in Georgia or not. I don't remember where you are. But here, the one I see, I stamp right there. I don't add a loose leaf to it. But like Anastasia said, if your state requires it or if you feel you need to, there's nothing wrong with that. But I always try to stamp the document as much as I can versus adding a loose leaf to it. Because most companies don't like it. They really want that document stamp. So I try to avoid adding a loose leaf. But some states you have to because the notarial wording may not be correct or it may not be enough room. It could be any number of reasons why you have to. But my first option is always try to stamp the document. Thank you, T. Edwards, for getting the ebook. And those of you who are going to order everything, true notary down south is not that complicated.
That's right.
All right, Alexis, we on Dunlap.
Yeah, so basically what you were just saying, Dunlap Notary says, yes, attaching loosely for PS 1583, but she says on the application, on the notary signature, she places C notarial attachment.
So you can do that. You can do that if you want to. That's fine. Like I said, it's just not my preference. My preference is to always try to stamp the document.
Yeah.
If I can. Yeah, get that purple one, Carlotta.
Carlotta, that's my color too, girl.
Yeah, they are cute though. I must admit, they're so practical, really. If you do any specialty work, I mean, you can just pull it out and all of your stuff is right here, literally.
That's pink. That's not purple.
Well, that's my color.
I know, but I'm Carlotta and I was talking about the purple.
Angela want to see that purple.
Right. Carlotta was talking about the purple. She gonna pull out the pink.
That's the black and the gray for the guys out there. So all right.
Okay.
All right. Sharonda Randall is next. She says, do you have business insurance outside of the E&O?
I have a little extra, actually. I do. I have a little extra on my home because I allow people to come here. So just in case they trip and fall or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have a little extra. I actually just increased my car insurance too. Yep.
So anything what you use, anything you use for your business, I say go with that little extra mile, just in case. You never know.
Oh, Althea said she got the mug. Thank you, Althea. I love those mugs. You guys are missing out on those mugs too. I got to bring them on here. I'll show y'all next week.
Danielle said, how much did you charge him, Alexis?
For that large package, that was a whole story I really want to share with y'all. But
we'll share it next week.
Yeah, I'll share it with y'all next week. But I charged him $150 total. That was the end price. All right. It was like 45 minutes of my time. I mean, hey, can't beat it. They were like 10, 15 minutes for me.
Okay. Honey Smile?
Yep. Honey Smile 320 says, have you had a bad experience as a notary that you learned from?
No, I did.
Well, the only one I've had is that don't be talking while you're notarizing documents because you will make a mistake.
Yeah. And always read the document. What you say, Alexis?
Don't trust the clients either.
Don't trust them?
No, like if you know, let me rephrase it. So if you know a process or if you know how something is supposed to be done, go based off of what you know. And if you have to decline, you have to decline. Don't always go based off their words because they will trip you up and you drive 30, 45 minutes to meet up with them and then they need a witness or they need 2 witnesses and you only was prepared for 1 witness or something like that. So just get more ask questions. Questions equal money. That's the
questions equal money. Yeah. Questions equal making money or lack of questions equal not making money.
Yeah.
And screening is so important on the front end. You have to screen your clients. You have to take that few more minutes and they're going to get irritated. Well, how much is it? How much is it? How much is it? We ain't getting to no price till I know how many people, where I have to go, what kind of document do you have? You're gonna answer my questions before I give you the price. And they get very antsy. They want to know, first thing they say, how much is it? We don't know how much it is, so I start asking you all these questions.
Especially like Lexi said, make sure you ask witnesses how many, because if you go there and they need witnesses, you still can't notarize the document if everybody's not there.
Exactly.
Yep. So Althea says, "Real Althea." Bad experience. Let me tell you one more too. My bad experience. You guys know I'm afraid of dogs, so anytime I think a dog might run out on me, which I had to happen one time since I've been doing this, because I always try to. That's part of my screening process. Are there any pets? I always ask that. And then a mistake that I made that I learned from is always double check the document. If you have two signers on there, make sure that either you're stamping for both documents, both people, or does the wording in the notarial part say Alexis Smith and Kimberly White? If it doesn't say that, you might need to look at that document and stamp it a different way. So I had an error like that before. So it wasn't my only error, but it was one of them. So just always read your documents before you start stamping. All right, Althea, I'm going to hit that real quick, Alexa. She said, can I touch on the name reservation? So for example, Althea, if you wanted to reserve Althea's mobile notary, go to the Secretary of State, put in name reservation. It's a spot, and you type in Althea's mobile notary, and it will tell you if someone else has that name already. So that's the name reservation. And it costs $25 too. I forgot to say that part. So I did do one business name before. I didn't like it. I said, I don't like that. And I wanted to change it. Had to pay another $25. So just think about it, sleep on it. If you know you got to have it, pay $25, or it's a business expense. So I just wrote it off on my taxes. And Althea had one more. Let me see. My son just received a certificate of existence for his business, asking me because he's a knucklehead and not sure he knows what he's doing. Yeah, that should be it, though. He could just reserve it. Thanks for getting the book, CC. And the commendation on it. Thank you. And yeah, get your specialty journals. Danielle, you want to hit those last few lectures?
So, yeah, Danielle says she's still trying to get work. I definitely like the loan signing if I get it, but I prefer general notary work. I've marketed the type needs on my business page if there are any thoughts.
Danielle, have we had a conversation yet? I know your name. Can you reach out at Notary Educators LLC and fill out a contact card and we can talk? Because I want to say, I don't know if he was in class too. I just don't remember.
Danielle was in class. Yeah, Danielle. I think Danielle took class with us.
Danielle, reach out again, okay? So we can call you, huh? It'll be our pleasure to help you try to get this thing going, okay? And DJS New York, thanks. I've been turning away work due to the language. No, don't turn it away. You can get through it.
And check your handbook, and check your handbook, DJS. And I have so many Hispanic customers. If I can say, when they call, I say, you need notary. Do you know you notary? Yes. Yes. If you can determine what they need, it's just communicate, be able to know what they need.
Yeah.
They can tell them how much it costs. Yeah.
Yeah. Try not to turn it down. We'll make it happen. Try to make it happen.
Use Google Translate, like Kim mentioned.
Yeah, Google Translator. All right.
Angela Blackman says, hello, I just got commissioned 2 days ago. Do I have to get training through the NNA?
Hey, Angela. So you might need to check out our basic class, notaryeducatorsllc.com, and see if that's where you need to be. And that's going to help you with your basic notarizations, acknowledgements, jurats, how to administer an oath. We also go over how to build your business, not just how to stamp a paper. We actually show you how to build the business. Also, okay? So check that out, notaryeducatorsllc.com. And Miss Carolyn is next.
All right. Carolyn says, hello, ladies. I appreciate your helpful assistance. Excuse me, but I have never started because I lost my transportation and Ron is not allowed in California.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carolyn. Well, let me ask you, are you allowed to have people, do you feel comfortable having people to your home? Maybe you can let them know, hey, I don't have any mobile service, but if you'd like to come to me, and then you might see if you can call that a convenience fee, because you still have something going on in California. I know you could charge $15 per stamp. So see if you can call it a convenience fee, maybe. Yeah. If they came to you, and because you have expenses associated with that, even if you're home.
And you set up in your car or your truck in the garage, they'll have them come there. That's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you have a close location you can walk to. I mean, I don't know. You have to make a no into a yes sometimes. So Ron is not in California yet, but I think they're really working on it too. So, but in the meantime, just see if you can get them to come to you, or if you have a close location, a corner store you can meet people at. In the daytime, if there's a restaurant near you, you could walk up there. Or if the price is right, you could even well, you talking about California. I was gonna say you could Uber up there, depending on what they had. You can meet them at McDonald's. Uber is what, $5 maybe, not in Cali probably, but maybe. So that's another option. All right. Anastasia is in Maryland. Okay, I just couldn't remember. Okay, the space is real small or no space at all. Okay, yeah. If it's no space, then you got to add that acknowledgement. You have to do what you have to do. Because in Georgia, I thought the form was the same, but I usually can make it happen. So yeah, but it's no problem. You can add your acknowledgement. I'm Keisha Cole is back. Crazy fun fact: I just learned that England doesn't recognize notaries from America.
What?
I have heard that. Yep, I have heard that. Yep.
So you're saying people can't get anything notarized if it has to go to England?
Yeah, I think I have heard that.
What about apostille then?
I don't know what the processes is on everything, but I think I have heard that before.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Okay. And Danielle said she was the first person on the stage. Oh, okay, I knew you was. Yeah, I knew Danielle was familiar. Okay. So let's see. Linda says I did receive a start to notary, but good. I hope it's helping you out. And how can we get into today? Networking. The $200 package, is it worth it? Yeah, if you want all of the extras, you can definitely get those. I mean, if you want all those extras like the book, you don't necessarily need it. It comes with a loan signing book that has like 5 of your most common. I was gonna try to show it to you. It's kind of thick. It has about 5 of your most common packages. I ordered the book, but I haven't even used it. So I looked at it, but you don't necessarily have to get that. You don't. So we're gonna wrap it up here. So DJ S says like and subscribe, folks. It's free. Drop that link. I want to order the mug and the journal. Okay. It's Notary Educators LLC.com. Okay. Everything is there. Well, as usual, people, it is our pleasure to bring Monday night Notary Mentor Mondays, where you can receive all the information you need. Continue to join us on the stage. We have really enjoyed that feature, you guys coming up. Anything you want to know about, just hit us up over at Notary Educators. We love to talk with you if you need a little assistance with your business. So I'm Kimmi again on behalf of Notary Educators. I'll let Angela and Alexa say their byes, and it's been my pleasure, people.
Thank you guys so much again for joining us at Monday Mentorship. We really love being here to answer you guys' questions. And as always, it's a pleasure, and enjoy the rest of your night. This is Angela with AJ Mobile Notary.
And hello, everyone. Again, thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate every Monday when you all join us. We always see the same names, and I really, really do enjoy it and love it. And welcome, everybody. If it's your first time watching us, come back next week. Have those questions ready, and get some things done between now and next Monday, so that you all can ask those questions.
Yeah.
But it seems like everyone is starting their journey, which I love to see.
Yeah. So bring us some success stories next week. Okay.
Right.
Tell us something you did different from this Monday to next Monday. Okay. So we can all celebrate together. All right. Yes. All right, guys.
All right.
Y'all have a
wonderful
week. Bye.